Art Booze! Boo!
Oh, dude, stop. You scared.
Sorry, man. I apologize. Guys, welcome to another episode of Art Booze, our yearly tradition of Halloween scariness. Every October, we try to find the scariest pieces of art and talk about them to go along with the spirit of the holiday.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm joined, as always, I'm Mike, and I'm joined by Fancy Dave.
Hey.
And Patrick.
Hello.
Ooh, Patrick.
Hello.
Today, we are looking at one of my favorite paintings, Francisco Goya's The Colossus, El Gigante, the Giant. It goes by a lot of names. And what you see is a giant, a Colossus. Fancy Dave, give me the rundown of this guy, please.
Colossus as we said, by Francisco de Goya.
De Goya.
Oil on canvas, made between 1808 to 1812. Do you have any more specifics on that? Because that's all I could find.
That's honestly, I don't think, is it big?
It's 46 inches by 41 inches,
That's
or
pretty
116 centimeters by 105
Wow.
centimeters.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, what do we see? We see a Colossus that seems to be like just in a very ready to kind of fight stance, or is he just walking by?
He's power jogging.
Yeah, he's just going for his daily
There we
walk.
go.
Honestly.
See those glutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, naked Colossus, which is very, Attack on Titan-ish now, apparently. I've never seen the show. But he's looming over the mountains, and right at the foreground, the bottom of the image, we have fleeing people and horses, and it seems like they just packed up their whole lives, and they're getting the hell out of town.
It's just chaos, because there's like animals stampeding, there's people falling off their horses.
It's crazy. It's like when you take a really good look at it, you just see chaos there. And it's all being caused by this giant that's what I think is forcing the town to flee, because that crowd goes all the way back there to where like the knees of the giant are.
And there seems to be even a town or something at the base of the mountains over there to the right.
And I think what really sells the chaos is, like you said, the people falling, the stampeding, but like just the fact that like there's cattle running off to the right, and they just nobody cares that the cattle's running off. So that for me is like big, like, okay, things are going bad, because if the cattle, who is their livelihood and feeds them, is running off and nobody cares, then it must be like a life or death situation. And then you have this bearded giant. Well, I assume he's bearded, but like
it looks like it. Yeah.
And he's got like this curly hair going on, very muscular. He's just towering over into the clouds. Like the clouds cover him, they shroud him and whatnot. What is he doing? Is he going for a walk, like we said? Is he fighting? Is he rampaging? I said this earlier
because he's also like not facing the people running away.
He doesn't seem to care.
Yeah,
and that's what I was gonna say, that when us as humans were walking through the park and we step over an anthill, those ants scurry, and it's apocalypse for them. And for us, we're just taking a step. And that's what I initially saw when I first saw this painting. Patrick, what do you see when you see this painting?
Well, kind of like building off of what you say, that like what's really cool about this painting, as far as from like what I see, is like we are only getting a portion of the story, because there's so much going on outside of the frame where it starts to make you like question what is really happening, because you pointed out how this giant Colossus is not even it looks like he's not even looking at the people who are just going crazy, just going away. So it kind of makes you like, what type of image is this depicting? Like, is this giant just facing off of another giant? And what's also really nice is how the composition is broken up as well, because you get the bottom half and you get the top half. And the top half, you get like this giant that like you said is crowded in clouds, and there's a lot of space, and the only thing that is in that space is the Colossus.
Yeah, it's a hard horizontal divide, like between the bottom of the mountains and obviously the sky, with the giant taking up most of it there.
Yeah, you could argue you have two different paintings going on, honestly.
Oh, 100%. And you want to know what? Let's divide that composition even more, because you get like that Colossus by himself, baby, like butt-ass naked. And then you get the bottom half, and it's people, horses, animals, you name it, they got it. They are skewering like all over the place.
Yeah.
So it's like it's another piece that's just like heavily layered. There's questions that are brought to surface that are outside of the frame. So it's like it's it's almost like a fairy tale. That's how I view it as. You know?
Yeah, it's like we're just seeing one panel of a story. If this were a comic, we're seeing one panel, honestly, because there is definitely something going on off frame. You know, the way it's cropped is beautiful. Even the way the giant is cropped at its knees is, for me, one of the scariest things about this. You know, there's the reason I chose this for Art Bros, because of, like, that is a huge figure. And what we're seeing, how he towers over the people, like, they're nothing. It's not even his whole body. You know, like I said, we're only seeing up to, like, his butt and his knees. So imagine that, like, walking around our cities, our towns. Like, he'd make Manhattan look like a playpen.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is a more, it's more of a side note, but going back to the size of the Colossus himself, how big is he that his legs are pretty much covered up, and there's still more going on downstairs?
Yeah, like, and those seem like some pretty impressive mountains. You know, it's like a pretty impressive hill range and stuff. So he has like abnormally short legs, or he's
taking up something like, how high up are these mountains that these people are fleeing from?
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
Or is it a valley dipping down very low?
Could he be maybe in water? You know, maybe he's like submerged in water, like a kaiju style, you know? Like Jaeger style.
Pacific Rim 2. Yes.
Yes.
Right. This painting actually was one of the influences for Pacific Rim, the movie.
Yeah, this is actually a shot from Pacific Rim 2.
Now, I gotta ask. There's something I gotta ask. So, when looking up this painting, it says it's done by 2 different artists. I was wondering if, like, if there's a reason why that was happening, or...
So, actually, that happened because, not too recently, but... No, actually it was recent. Recently, there was an accusation by an art historian, I can't remember the name, though, but you can look this up, that this was actually painted by one of Goya's assistants. And the initials A and J are seen to be found somewhere on the canvas. I believe it was like where the signature might be. So that really fueled that accusation. But this is actually something that has divided the art history community, because you have a article published that said that this was actually by one of the assistants, but then you have like other articles counter that and say actually no, it's not, because scientific analysis done in 2009 says that this is a Goya painting. The way, the brush strokes, just like, you know, the imagery, everything about it. Like, and I consider it a Goya painting too. So like the consensus right now is that it could be made by an assistant, but most likely it's a Goya painting. So that's why that it just hasn't been solved yet. And honestly, like, I don't know if it will be. It's very hard. I mean,
this painting was from 1808, so
yeah,
like that was a while back for any like clues to be left over still.
And speaking of 1808, like, I just want to speak about, like, when you look at the historical context when this painting was made. This was made, I think right after the Napoleonic Wars. So this giant could actually be a reaction to Napoleon's forces invading Spain. And so like you have like El Gigante, which is kind of like he takes on this role of the protector, and he's protecting the people of Spain, but that kind of is consensus too, because you have the chaos going on down there. So like, is this an allegory for war? You know, could this be could the giant represent the rampaging of war, how nobody wins? You know, even if your side wins, like, how much did you lose? You know.
Damn, that's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you, Patrick. So, just to wrap things up, I also really like the lighting used. It's so well done. That glow that's on the giant's face and down his torso, it's obviously like the sun either rising or setting. It's definitely nighttime. You know, I don't know if night is coming or going, but that little glow right there, for me, like, it just sells this painting so hard. It really does. Patrick, what are your final thoughts on this guy?
My final thoughts, man, actually, I'm so glad you said your perspective, because it's like, the more you talked about it, the more I was like, oh, whoa, okay,
yeah, right?
All right, yeah. I mean, like, I'm just going to piggyback off of everything you said, and because, like, I agree with it 100%.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And Fancy Dave? You got anything to say about this guy before we leave?
Yeah, you know it, man.
You like it?
Damn, I'm supposed to say that.
I hate it.
I like it. There we go.
Who picked this? But anyways, guys, that is the Colossus, El Gigante, the Giant, by Francisco de Goya. So go check it out if you're in Spain. It's definitely worth a look. And, you know, check out our other videos here on Art Bros. We're on YouTube here. Like us on Facebook, like us on Twitter, and share the show. We'd love to hear what you guys want us to talk about on the next episode. So, from Mike, Fancy Dave, and Patrick, we will see you guys next time.
Boo.